Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of AI powered creativity and learning workshop brought to you by REVA University. My name is Dr. Nimrata Kaul and together we will explore some creative ways of using AI to enhance your learning. Let's dive right in. We will be using OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Notebook LM for today's session. Open your browser and point it to chatgpt.com. I will type some creative prompts for enhancing your learning. Do it with me or you can do it at your own pace. So let's get started. Type in, "Hi ChatGPT, you are an expert tutor of mathematics and sciences and I want you to help me with particular topics." You also need to mention what is your background. You are a student of 12th standard or something like that. So here I have written it as, I have completed my class 12th and I am prepping for engineering entrance exams. Explain Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction with real world examples to me. You will see that it gives you excellent examples and it explains the concept really well. You can also ask follow-up questions. You can ask it to give you examples. You can ask it to generate visuals to help you understand better. So you'll see a beautiful illustration of the law and some examples. It will also give you takeaways for your exam. It generates a summary table also. Let's move on and ask it for a summary animated video. It can do that for you if you have a subscription to ChatGPT Plus. Moving on, here's my another prompt. Ask it the difference between dot product and cross product, which are very important concepts in +2 mathematics. This is applicable to physics as well. So here is your comparison between dot product and cross product. It's applicable to scalars, other one is applicable to vectors, what is the formula and so on. It also gives you a geometric interpretation of both of these products. It's done so well. You also have a conceptualization in the form of a summary diagram and so on. If you wish, you can ask it further questions like, can you explain how dot product and cross product are applicable in the field of AI? So it's here explaining you the core concepts as they are applicable in the field of AI of both dot product as well as the cross product. Here's it in the form of a table as well. Let's move to next prompt. It is about Bayes theorem, which is a very important theorem in probability. So I'm asking it to explain Bayes theorem to me in very simple terms, and here's the explanation along with the formula and examples to help you understand it better. This example is from the field of medical testing. You can also see how to compute Bayes theorem. This is an illustrated example, right? Suppose I want to understand the difference between Bayes theorem and the basic conditional probability. You can ask ChatGPT to show you how Bayes theorem differs from fundamental conditional probability. So it will tell you in detail how is conditional probability calculated, where is it applicable, and in contrast to that, how Bayes theorem is computed and where it is applicable. Here's a tabular difference between conditional and Bayes theorem. Right. Here's a slight change in our domain. Now I'm asking ChatGPT to name 10 Nobel laureates from India. So here it gives me the list including names of these Nobel laureates, their field in which they got their Nobel, the year they got, and what was their contribution. So you can see the list from here. But suppose I want this list in the order, in a chronological order. You can ask ChatGPT to arrange its results in the form of chronology, in the form of the year in which they received their prizes. So here is the first Nobel Prize to Ronald Ross, who was incidentally born in India. He got his prize in 1902 in medicine, and then we get Abhijit Banerjee, who received his Nobel in 2019 economics. These were a few prompts we used to interact with ChatGPT and help us learn better. We will next look at Notebook LM, which is an AI tool from Google. And it can generate audio podcasts for us, it can generate mind maps, it can help you create summaries, it can do question answering for you. So let's point our browser to notebooklm.google.com and start doing the drill. So for this, Please point your browser to notebooklm.google.com and let's get started. You can create your new notebook LM. Once you have created, you will see 3 panels on your screen. In the left panel, you can add your files. You can upload PDF files, Word files. You can also discover files related to your topic from the internet. Once you have clicked on add, it allows you to browse and upload your file. Please do that. In my case, I have uploaded the NCERT Mathematics 2 textbooks chapter 7. This chapter is on conditional probability and independent events based theorem and so on. So as soon as the upload is complete, it generates a briefing of your document. It generates a brief summary of the contents of your document. Once it's done with that, you can do so many things here. You can add a note of your own. You can click on this audio overview button and it generates an audio summary for you. You can click on this mind map button and it generates a mind map for you. A mind map is a very interesting way of remembering complex concepts. So in this case, I have generated a mind map of this topic, and you can see how beautifully it has illustrated what are the different concepts in probability and how each of these concepts has a further hierarchy of its own concepts and how are they all related. You can see here that it gives you an option to ask questions from the topics you have uploaded. Here are a list of already selected questions for you. You can click on any one of the questions and it generates the answers. You're also free to type your own question and generate the answer. In addition to that, it has a very interesting feature of generating podcasts. You can click on generate here and it generates an audio podcast for you based on the contents in the files that you have uploaded. These podcasts often involve 2 hosts. You're free to customize the podcast. If you don't like the default podcast, you can give a prompt and ask it to generate podcast in a specific way, in a specific style, and so on. Once your podcast is ready, you can click on share and share this with your friends on your social media and so on. You can also generate this podcast in multiple languages, including many Indian languages as well. Once you have done that, you will see many options to create a study guide, which is a set of important topics from this document and their explanations, their summaries. You can create a briefing document. You can also generate an FAQ, a list of important questions, a frequently asked questions list for you from this document. There's also a possibility of generating a timeline related to the contents in this document. In all, this is a very interesting and very useful tool to enhance your learning, to understand very complex concepts easily. So we saw that AI is a fantastic tool to learn and enhance our learning, but it has its limitations. Sometimes it can generate inaccurate answers, which are known as confabulations or hallucinations. For example, in this case, I'm asking ChatGPT, is 3821 a prime number? And it says it is not a prime number. But the fact is 3821 is a prime number. And it is giving me 2 factors also, 43 and 89 of 3821. So it's giving a wrong answer, right? But if you want to make it realize its mistake or correct its mistake, you can ask it what is 43 into 89, and here it is correctly telling you that 43 into 89 is 3827, and therefore 3821 is indeed a prime number, right? So you had to ask it further questions. You had to give it a chance to improve and think more about your question. So we saw that we cannot trust AI tools blindly. We have to be responsible and verify the outputs we get from these AI tools. They have to be used as a very smart assistants, but definitely not a replacement for our own thinking and intelligence. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.